Speaking of which, Isaiah Katoa, the last one on my list, wants to come back to Sydney. I hate this so much.
This is the risk that you run when you sign, like, when you've got a new club coming in another state and you go and sign, young players from Sydney whose family don't move with them. This is the risk that you're gonna run, because there's another rumor about Jack Bostock as well,
Yeah.
that he wants out of the Dolphins. So this is the risk that you run with these young kids who go and establish themselves and then go, "You know what? I wanna go home." Now, he has signed a contract and he is the face of the club until 2028, but you can't tell me that if you're the Dolphins, that you go and get this agreement with DCE, you're okay to let Isaiah Katoa go. Right? And I get that. It's a shame, but this is the situation that happens. Contracts in the NRL don't mean anything. Contracts in any sport don't mean anything, right? Like, you have a look at NBA players, they sign max contracts. Luka Doncic signs max contracts, gets traded. You have a look at EPL players that go and sign big money deals at, clubs like Chelsea and Liverpool, and it doesn't work out. They're sold a year later.
Yeah.
Like this, that it's just a sport. Like, yes, you sign your contract. At the end of the day, your contract is with the NRL, and they're subletting you to the Dolphins. So if you want to get out of it, you'll get out of it.
Yeah.
Because you just go to the NRL and go, okay, you know what? I'm going to go and sign with rugby, and you can't do anything about that.
Yeah, well, I hope the players aren't watching, mate, because you've just broken the whole system.
Yeah, and that's literally the thing. Like, if you don't release a player, Rugby Australia will take him,
Mm.
because Isaiah Katoa is probably better than anyone that they've got.
Yeah, you could go play halfback for the Wallabies tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, you're right, 100%, and there's every chance that he ends back at Penrith because he's a junior there. He was one of the first players signed for the Dolphins. He was the bloke who was sort of like, "This is gonna be the
He
future
was the
of."
third player signed. The first player signed was Jack Bostock.
Yeah, and you just he's so good, and we're to the point we're talking him as a potential future New South Wales half. And he's signed for the next 3 or 4 whatever it is, 4 years up there to be the face of the game at Redcliffe. And to think he wants to come back to Sydney and they're pretty powerless. Okay, you get DCE for 2 years, but then what? Like, we've seen 7 or 8 blokes, Sean O'Sullivan was supposed to be, Cody Nikorima, like, we've seen 5 or 6 different halves go to different, Toby Sexton's had a resurgence, but he was the next big thing. Ash Taylor, you don't get many Isaiah Katoas, and they've got him, and they might lose him just because he wants to live when it's an hour flight away. If I'm the Dolphins, I'm saying fly home a couple of days a week, whatever. We'll pay for it. I don't care. This is a kid they have to keep, and this would ruin the Dolphins because every time you look at a player like Kafusi, who's coming to the end, or they lost Ewan Aiken, who's a pretty handy player, you're like, yeah, but they've still got Isaiah Katoa. If he leaves, this is the Titans all over again, mate. They were good, lost all their players, and were terrible for like 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, but if he leaves and they get DCE, you watch DCE's influence on bringing players to the club. So I think they'll be all right.
I hope so, mate. I hope they need to say to Katoa, you can only go if we have DCE and he doesn't backflip on the deal.